Before we begin, I'd like to offer a little context. What you're about to hear is an excerpt from a Quantum Hypnosis Healing session with myself, Heather Tucker, and a client that felt strongly called to share after reflecting on the profound insights that emerged during his experience. In my work, I've witnessed countless individuals access a level of awareness that extends beyond their everyday conscious mind, often connecting with deeper wisdom, expanded perspectives, profound healing, and information that brings clarity to their lives. Many describe this as connecting with their higher self or oversoul, their subconscious, whatever you may want to call it, while others view it as accessing a greater field of consciousness. Or sometimes it can be both. In this conversation, the discussion begins with the relationship between the human mind and the higher self, before expanding into a much larger exploration of humanity's spiritual evolution, compassion, awakening, and the purpose of the human experience. The conversation also touches on Atlantis and other ancient civilizations, not simply as historical events, but as symbolic lessons about what can happen when knowledge, power, and technological advancement becomes disconnected from compassion, humanity, and our connection to Source. Interestingly, many of these themes mirror conversations taking place in our world today. According to the perspective shared during this session, the purpose of the human experience is not perfection, but growth, to develop greater wisdom, compassion, understanding, and unconditional love through our experiences. Whether you view these insights as spiritual truth, symbolic wisdom, or simply an interesting perspective, I invite you to listen with an open heart and discover what resonates with you. My hope is that this conversation inspires reflection, curiosity, and a deeper connection to the wisdom that exists within each of us. Now let's begin. How much is he being influenced by his own human brain versus his spiritual aspect of his self? Can you tell him?
It is a complicated interaction.
Dumb it down for us.
Well, they both interact with each other. The human brain has certain capabilities and certain attributes that are necessary for this human existence here on Earth. But the higher self energy has a wisdom from its prior existences and its connection to Source that the human body would struggle without.
Mm-hmm.
And it is part of the growing process that happens in this existence that allows both the human body and the higher self to learn from each other and grow and evolve to higher planes together. It is necessary to take the existence of what I guess everybody calls the 3D realm and move it into the higher 5D realm, mm-hmm. which has existed on the Earth before. Mm-hmm. But the humans at the time or the higher selves at the time of the prior existence, I don't think were evolved enough to prevent the destruction of that 5D realm.
Mm-hmm.
And so the planet was reset and a veil placed so that all of us higher selves entities had the opportunity to experience more humanness, to allow more growth, with the goal of being able to enter into the 5D realm again without destroying ourselves again.
Mm-hmm. Is that what happened around the time of Atlantis?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Dolores Cannon had shared that through her books and through her work that they were experimenting too much with science and had lost that spiritual connection to Source. So it sounds very familiar. Can you add anything additional to that?
That's exactly right. They did not have a compassion which comes from the human experience to recognize how important it was to stay connected to Source,
Mm-hmm.
to remain humble, even though they had incredible abilities.
Mm-hmm.
That incredible abilities can very quickly lead to prideful, lustful, thirsty for power type desires, which ultimately led to their destruction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add to that for him today?
Well, that's pretty fascinating to tap into, but during that time, it was an incredible world, and that we were the whole issue with connection with civilizations on Mars and building the moon and I can't remember the name, but the other planet that essentially got blown up and eliminated.
Yeah.
All of that was amazing. Our abilities are beyond what we currently can comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what makes it so difficult to understand, is because we aren't capable of understanding it yet in our current reincarnations.
Mm-hmm. Will that be understood soon?
It's happening, yes. That's part of the purpose of these awakenings, and allowing this knowledge to flow back into the human, allowing the humans to understand better what they are, what they're capable of, and what their purpose is.
In more of like a bite-sized amount versus by a fire hose?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay.
But it is accelerating. We are in that transition, and it will continue to accelerate. This is part of that process. You are part of the team that is responsible for helping people like myself to grow and expand our understanding and tap into that knowledge that previously was not available.
Will everyone be able to remember on their own without that veil soon? That veil of forgetfulness?
It will continue to thin, but the individual has to have the desire to know.
Yeah. Yes.
It won't be shown to those who aren't ready to see it yet. And there will be lots of those people. And that is why when they talk about the split, that there is actually a new earth splitting off, and that the 5D will split away from the 3D, but the 3D will still exist to allow the souls that need to grow more before they're ready to enter that realm, to allow them. And a lot of people are looking at that as a weakness or a punishment or something less than the people that are transitioning into the 5D realm, and that's a misunderstanding. It is a grace and a gift for those souls, because all of us are going through these things and are capable of understanding things at certain speeds, certain levels, and the people that are not ready to go yet should not be thought of as anything less.
Yes, I agree. We just have to meet them where they are.
We have to allow them to be where they're at, and look at it more as like a parent-child type of situation where the parent has just learned, experienced, grown, and accumulated wisdom, more wisdom than the child has. The child is still learning and growing. That doesn't mean the child is less capable. It just means they're less capable right now.
Yeah. I feel that too. Thank you. If you'd like to explore the messages from your own higher self in a much deeper and more personal way, I offer one-on-one quantum healing hypnosis sessions, both in person and online. You can learn more at heathertuckerqh.com.